I just stopped. It was time. What am I talking about? I just had to stop. You may or may not know about me. If you've caught many of my other videos, I don't know, that for a long time I was caught in this cycle of education. What I mean by that is that during there wasn't a lot going on. I had realized that I was going, like the Energizer freaking bunny, and I was getting nowhere. Time out, Sister Queen. Time out. It was time to stop. Now, you might think that that's really silly, and I invite you that if you are constantly going, to take a pause, especially if you feel stuck in what you're trying to make happen. Because here's the thing. I myself, in my particular experience, I was caught up in a cycle of education. I had attended course after course after course, and while these courses were absolutely beneficial, without a shadow of a doubt, there was no question that during this period in my life, I learned an insane amount. I might as well have read the Life Encyclopedia or a piece of it, right? Still, what had happened was I had essentially ended up in this bananas hamster wheel, really and truly a hamster wheel, of constantly doing. Now the problem, if you're asking yourself, I don't get it, what's the problem with doing? We are always told to do things. Here's the problem. If all you do is the doing and you're never allowing yourself to stop, then chances are pretty high that you're not, for example, in my case, implementing the learnings. Now, what you may not know is that knowledge without implementation is not super powerful. It's helpful. The most powerful knowledge is implemented knowledge. It's knowledge that you utilize on a regular basis. It's similar to with muscles. If you don't use them, they atrophy over time. And it was time. I had run myself into a cycle and I had just been taking course after course and I hadn't implemented these learnings yet. And I was exhausted and I was burned out. And so to save you that, I wanted to make this video to say that if you are in a similar position or you're feeling that you've just been in this hamster wheel, maybe you even know you're in the hamster wheel and you still feel like perhaps you don't have a way to just stop it, I invite you to summon the best of your energies and jump out of the hamster wheel and just take a pause, a timeout, a stop, because you need the time. And don't let me tell you what you need. The point of this actually is to tune in with yourself. The thing is, chances are very high that you're maybe even avoiding something. Asking yourself, what was I avoiding? Not knowing it. I was avoiding actually becoming, I don't want to label myself as successful. I don't quite see myself there yet. I was certainly stopping myself from progressing. And to me at that point, progressing in my life was really important. So that wasn't working. Just doing wasn't working. Why? I wasn't aligned with myself. When you are hustling that hard, you're not taking care of whether you're eating right, whether you're sleeping right. If you're taking time for meditation, no, you're listening to these people saying you have to do what the 1% will do and it's all hustle and you can never stop and you have to go all the time because that's what the 1% does. And look, maybe that is what the 1% does. I'm betting that the 1% also rests. And, you know, in point of fact, I know they rest darn well. They're not just like snoozing, they're snoozing on their silken pillows, you know, in the tropics or something. Anyway, the point of this video is if you've caught yourself in a cycle of continuous doing and or you are super burned out in your life, to please take a break. Take an intentional pause to get back to yourself. Take a vacation if you can. Allow yourself some space to catch your breath and breathe, and then see what's your next step. Because chances are actually really high that whatever you've been avoiding or whatever knowledge you've taken in, that now the chance to breathe that in, digest that, to calm and reset will then allow you to move forward, which is possibly what you've been looking for this whole time. So that's all I wanted to share, is it may indeed be time for you to stop. What you may need in order to move forward is actually to stop. I don't know if you've ever heard that phrase, and I can't quite recall it correctly now. It's something like doing less is more. Well, it's just less is more. There you go. And in this case, that's exactly a perfect example. In this case, resting, doing less is more, will allow you more. And it plays into the importance of rest. And I have a whole dedicated video on that. So if you are interested in that, I will link that at the end of this video. So I hope this video has helped you to see why you may indeed need a nice, juicy rest. Yes, take a nice, luxurious rest. Allow your nervous system to calm down and reset. And you may well find exactly what it is that's been keeping you from moving forward. So if this has helped you, please do share it with anyone that you think it might benefit. Subscribe, as that really helps me out as a small content creator to get the message out there to those that need to hear it. And last but not least, if you, my beautiful spirit soul, need any support or coaching, particularly in health, please don't hesitate to reach out at this email address here, where it would be my sincere pleasure to help you in any way that I can. Have a beautiful and a blessed rest of your day or night whenever you do see this, and I will see you, beautiful cats, in the next video. Namaste and much love. Stay healthy. Bye. Not that long ago, but I like to just try. Time out, Sister Queen. Time out. I'm betting that the 1% also rests. Nice, juicy rest. I might as well have read the Life Encyclopedia or a piece of it, right? Because that's what the 1% does.